Everybody, I want to hear you. Let's go. Come on. One more time. Come on. I like it from Akka on guitar. I can't hear you. Break it down. I want to hear that. Let's go. Come on. Oh, let's zoom. I want to hear the man. Oh, let's zoom. Hermano. Hermano. Oh, let's zoom. Oh, let's zoom.
Yo, Yamamo Ajo, assign Emamo Aquaba Ediba, no cremre, Jimmy D. Siazinkunya, and I Yatnasi, Yabachi in Como Eddie Alfagana, Yamani Semho, Midi Eddie Antonia Chifa, Ifa. Now, what she said is Zinkunyana Yatnasia, Kahuni Selbetimi Ashen on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channels, Neso, I Obasunos, now I share Afro France, and San Akibi, more Eastern European countries, so. Me iti Anchor FM and I say Mbeshe Ewomo said like less so more northern region and I said Tamalin and Portimus with me more information center taking information center so ewo ho more KJB and Portimus so more information center and with me 80 or high FM ewo ho Emma or more eastern region and so I obas no can who say comments no obe share amaye na yi na yetimi abom amajmidi no aye kama enyumre omo aye omo eba betwetwe nkomo Dr. Abongo Mashud ono ena babetini mu akasa ede ama NPP amanyuku Dr. Abongo yema kwaba
yeah menu jifa na what is saying
Ango me hoye nyame adom me hoye.
No, yɛda nyame ase. Jifa, ade another week aba. Nti yɛasan ahyia ha biom. Yɛbɛka adwuma pa a NPP aban ɛyɛ. Ɛna san bɛka yɛ presidential candidate ho. Nea ɔpɛ sɛ upgrade Ghana economy no. Ɛnyɛ sɛ ɔsan reset na start biom, but ɔsɛ upgrade yɛ ho. Na Jifa, mɛpɛ sɛ mɛ use this opportunity akyia otiefo omo a mo hwɛ bibi a mo hwɛ bia mepɛ sɛ me use this opportunity akyia omo mepɛ sɛ me san akyia ya president Nana Akufo-Addo ɛna ye presidential candidate a also double as vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sɛ dwuma pa a ɔyɛ ahoɔden a Nyankopɔn de ama no ɛna ye youngest vice presidential candidate Napo ye pɛ saa youthful age no because Ghana a youthful country Africa na ye youthful omu ye youth nti pe candidates a ye youth for understand here enye asumasi candidates a ebi a wa yes wa call retirement a person ogina ho mi na omu twi no ema no go up and down nti Jifa ne ye de bebre mu no eno na ye de ba mesan person mechia o technical o producer na so director Mr. Edi and me co-panelist Bernard nti Jifa me branch so NPP and a Russian so me chill me na and Jifa ma me fa we wish Virus CEO for State Housing Company Limited happy birthday and then odini birthday and me wish no happy birthday Virus if I me that say
Yo Dr. Bungo me so me das yebekọ yinua bema ono nso eba betina ho akasa ede ama NDC amanyuku eye Bennett Konedu yandom Konedu ma akwaba
Yeah, na menu abaji fana apombo kode.
nyame adom nso e
Nyame adaroma. Oba de ama de patching de anete se. Eya anisa. Na mefa kwenye so na machia yatiefo ne ahwefo so. Na me de ncha kese so akofi akoma ye party leadership. Ye flag bearer. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and ye national chairman. General Asidun Katia. Na me de ncha kese so akoma general secretary so. Any youth organizer. Na saying say Comrade Malik Basintali ejuma obo ofie no asombo pa na me de ncha kese be ko akoma no na me de ncha kese so akoma Sami Jamfi communication officer national communication officer me de ncha kese akoma no na abana baso se wa ya de obaye no the way why enforce youth no ama omotimi take up positions our party no na omo kasa de ma party na ade a esombo pa ye ne age our party na NDC party na very vibrant and very youthful and ade a ye nyina obia fancy obia bona baso na yakatre Ghana for say as we go into December 7th no yakatre obia ne say obia hwe no muso ye na obia nya ne voter ID card ready na in come December 7th no then got about for change and even you about Jifa me de besia na ya to adwumade so
ende Konedu me so me das pa yebefa de Obokrata the Evening Tribune na ya share stories ababeto ho eye na watchi mu the Evening Tribune the Obokrata so they make I will say ebedu yawada no pa ukọ news standard wonsa ebekebi the first story I wo ho eye mampanyin Dada John Mahama and I said the flag bearer of the NDC John Dramani Mahama on only picture in a horse. I will scrap e-levy, COVID levy, other taxes within 100 days in office. I Mahama and a sa and semno. And producer Pacho Mami in who the other stories that means to me and twaso. Okay, NDC Women's Bank will empower female entrepreneurs. Professor Jane Nana Okokwa Jemane so ena kasa ne picture kaichi kama o share yensa beku so a ana yensa nifa so a yeah, Omapeni Abedi Tree, I also a sign flag bearer Edema NPP Amanyuku, on also feature, and Eda who say proposed economic reforms will align with IMF program. Dr. Mahmoud Baumi also, and a Kasan Simi. In some way, any in some ahoda keka opeso into details mawonsa enka the Evening Tribune the obokrata no na wetimi akenkai authority nyina into details. You be try ho na say ba your topic about be discuss enyumri so ye de besu dwamom nyina. Yo, yes, I am a munina aquaba beam. Now, and the first topic I discussed just as last week, MPP for a Hoya or manifesto launch. I yes me a better ha a discussing, and then so NDC for Alpha Koyoma manifesto launch in see. Ye babet nasen ya papi mu, I heard say, in some no, then and I manifesto launch no. And I then pan Rebecca say a key points and as a salient points are NDC for Omosha Omodi Tuja betimi ato abano edi amomo. Konedu ya don pacho o hana wa joining me waha. We dear me ma platform fire o party no campaign church and some ebu mo manifesto na yehwete beto abana ma.
Yo mini abajifa medase na masache obi na mafa kwenye so asache ya na hwefo ni na tifo so bi na say yapa ye campaign manifesto ho intuma over the week, and the Ghana phone can even before say yapa ye campaign manifesto no ho intuma mpokra no na Ghana for edi kan mo hu ye bota ye nti ye pese ye sabefa kunya na come December 7th. And Adeba Akun are very consistent with the NDC, and they say ya can't say you perceive as reset Ghana back to its default setting. So they be our man be fan into my pediafra. And your campaign manifesto no bibi e omu bia no e ya de a e Ghana ye die ni Ghana mpuntu ni Ghana nkoso e na e wo mu. Na ya summarize your campaign kakra. Na your campaign di and that's on say the People's Manifesto resetting Ghana, and idea topic and I say the heading of the campaign manifesto no summarize bibia and say ye besabe Ghana ye na ye de Ghana beto bia sebi come this 2016 ye ja o man ho akọ say na o man it say how the o man go back to that na making sure say ye besa build a strong foundation for our economy na ye o man afa into pefra na maburu ene mrantie ene mane mema omo edi apene omo no moye din na ene akwantu no obi apese otu no na saade na aba form so they be to make use of the human capital na wo man mo na ma oman so anyway papa edi ejina na menua ba difa me pese me summarize yen ye campaign no ye salient point no kakra ede ama yen atiefo ene yen ahwefo na say obakaya your campaign no asa ade ba ko ya kan over the years for the past 4 years and say you per say you do man gina ba bi and promise ba ko you Roger Domani Mahama proud to you say be launch your campaign you say you be create a 24-hour economy, and 24-hour economy ne system bi a say be no go our Africa ha and ya sign abosu bi ama Ghana for ati ase say ye buy ye be create economic system a e bin si da wa Africa ha said be obi be nya adwuma ye na 24-hour economy no de kan nyina ne say enuma both public sector and private sector nyina no obi a be adwuma 24 hours day and night said be ya say ne kwadwuma awie from 8 to 4 p.m. and that's 8 to 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Abena so ba koto also from then up until the other time 9 for so but said be betimi accommodate more for our yen economy no enti eno you're making it very clear ya sai aka kire Ghana for nyina say ye pese esa create a women's bank said be ya e ma ya ma me mo di dwank tenkete no o betimi anya sika na o mo de ahye o mo dwan mo kena na yaka e de susu say sa amokobos some kwaje through the women's bank na there will be no interest on it said be ya onkon kwaje bosia na kai say ko de sika no ko shed na de nko yi ana say ade no content am na interest na 18 to o principal no yes yam for interest anything ento so said be ya obia betimi akọ bank no akọje ọhakọji sika no so de ba bedidwa titu ya ma me mo didwa ewo edwemu na asaso so aka asisu say ye ba ye besa abie national apprenticeship program so de be ya omo suansa n'nwuma omo akọ technical schools omo ewia omo nsa n'nwuma omo kosua no omo betime de saa adwuma no aba bebo ma no puntuo se ye be hye omo mu kena awon omo sika akro be hye adwuma ase na omo nso so etima fa afoforo na omo so ahwe omo okọ amaya tumpon bebe so a private sector ne ensa n'nwuma nkitenkete ana abo ama omo akoso a ene omo afọ mutima pefe nyina pese yekọ kobobra enti NDC yaka say nyame adom na se Ghana for mo yetumi no December 7th na ye the policy be by national apprenticeship program e be making sure say e be provide capital and equipment to the youth mo sua and sanenwuma and so mo school no pese mo de omo nim de omo nya no e de bo omo no puntuo eno so ya adwo say ye be a very salient pointer and so ye be di ho dwuma ya sa so the program for so be by efe no adwumawura ye fe na adwumawura program eno so no na adwuma de ye say e be de sika kabeshe startup capitals emu na omo so anya sika e be boa ama omo da bo omo nwuma de ho bra da say be ya omo betimi and the target young people of course o hwe oman no maybe agency see about 54% of the population below 35 years and so the main focus of a manifesto no premise on the youth because it may empower the youth of our country then we will have a very strong working force and also so we made a very key point in our manifesto to say capitals capital young people are going into entrepreneurship almost we've made a promise in that regard. Your science also, like I say, you create digital jobs, and you can't fourth industrial revolution. And they say, and the companies move into the digital world, and so Enunti Obekaya 2016 is Accra Digital Center, IACC digital hubs reveal Ghana. The purpose was that as the world is moving towards the cloud and you're moving into into commercialization, we need to ensure we also empower the young people of our country so that almost make key use of new development but not improve living standards and the overall performance for our economy because we need and conform and say it may empower the youth of our country and also so in that regard we also made a very key point in that perspective. We also made a promise in the area of agriculture say agriculture agriculture according to Ghana Statistical Service enuane ye kra emonko ye kra de bagana monko ano almost $1 billion per annum sika ye de kra de ye de fako kra emon e de ba ye monko for 1 billion Ghana cedis and o hwe ye economy na it's about $75 billion. So if one product in Kwana is spending over $1 billion was how one product a bit more produce no man anymore. Not just free man more corner. See, to my size cannot man anymore, and can be boa ama. Yet make creating a new master so all man. And agriculture remains a very key, sector of the economy because country be opposed to Pombiano. That's one thing that remains very, very, very consistent. And they say, Adriana will be a BDD. Whether we scan say we need will be a BDD. And so on my ultimate provide food security, a bois emma mano etimi etumpo, a bois moment to me save scale, one moment to me go into commercial, farming because. In that sense, you have to invest in modern technologies. So ultimate yet to say they are so kind of back over form now. Opesia, like I say, in so 20 no, I just see a bar. You be mechanized farming in our country, and the focus. Say the young people they be rural farming. When they also young person who rural farming more. The back to say farming they here for the na papa ye bi wa no so. You see a bar. Yeah, the policy ba a desika ebeshe farming mu said a beya a mabunu kriayo beya omakono South Africa have me way throughout the year over market you been to ato oko market be obenya grapes ato reason being that abandon the sika ama ankron is kana share agriculture mu and okatire obi so ya umuso yesi efro so we farm of South Africa it's just nipa no wo sika pa sebi ye 4x4 na ye MPs na ye ministers no use Ghana no over South Africa na farmers in the kwafu enti ye pese ye buy ye ma farming e lucrative me also say ma South Africa na kwa ye nyama kono ba ye ba be hu se de omo abrofo no de farming e develop your mind no and oko Ghana grapes e di na fi South Africa apples e di na fine fi South Africa young people and are buying or capitalize on and on the queer into your bar. I just say the sky every queer who queer the yam or my bia. You know, my so my way there, 77 immunity of my piano. Umbi or my beard. Into you see a buy the sika a basic cream. I'm a queer economy, Mabunu, and a Merwan for now almost so at me. I queer in that regard. Yes, so I can say. One policy salient point I am making is say you make rapid industrialization for jobs. Ye ba ye disika beshe enye abanyuma nkuam ye disika beshe ankrankre say foreign direct investment will be a ordinary sika free amana na person will be industry will be factories or mine mu no man no etimi tumpon be nyuma no saa nipa na ye beso saa nipa na sene na ye disika hye saa adwuma no mu say be ya adwuma no betima buy na adwuma no tima fa enipa so o mine mu and this is a very important part because industrialization is a key part of every economy. So, economy anymore, you need to invest in industrialization. And the NDC has supported that. And we are saying, say Ghana for more in 2 million baht. You see, everywhere industrialization. You bet you factories. I can say, you shall say, and the German economy and your you discover you make sure complete all those programs and as a project so they be a bit more creative jobs. Ama Mabruni and Rantier. So I can say you can the big push. You making a promise. Say you the $10 billion everywhere infrastructure. According to OECD, Africa will need over $85 billion per annum in the next 25 years. And so that bridge the development gap between Africa and Asia. Actually, the dire need of Africa in terms of infrastructure development. And the NDC has supported that. And we are saying, say Nyame Abdomana say, Moto Abagana for Toba de Maya, ye the $10 billion in the next 4 years, the $10 billion infrastructure, acquiring electricity, schools are dying, hospitals, Bibia. Everything that borders on infrastructure, and you see the $10 billion so and $10 billion is share infrastructure development more. The NIPA and develop your money. The NIPA they building infrastructure and building infrastructure and we create jobs.
$10 billion. And also Bosia Abino Ebe Quapo and I say Skibi at that we need us for.
One thing is that or man be no more, and as a man be no more, but no about two sika says say that or man put to muntifabo man hobra, especially when it comes to developing countries like ours. enye is say obeba na ye sika kese e de ato enye na anim e kwan a aban we say e de ye sikasem afa so enti no ye ba say sikasem a ye ba ye mu kwan e be fa so a ye be create revenue na yetimi e de abo saa dwumadie no ebra de ye kan say ye ba ye mpa ye ni konkoto taxes so the year can say be create jobs, be create industries, factories. So that by those factories, ever bring revenue into the economy and into the national corpus. Near to me says can be the bomb man hobra. And many about a sika free nipa honeba. And before say you free or my free kunyasono. Na ya create oil fields, bear free. Sika de ma mano, then you sika kitwa. Sam miamia nano. Yo baby sika be free by the bomb man hobra. Oko ye import na ade a ye the taxes will be atoto normal so a sa taxes dey atoto so no enya dey ebo man no ye mfa ni dwuma o se ye didi. And apart from say akase ye buy best scrap e some nuisance taxes no taxes are important na o see keep it ye make sure so all those taxes are channeled towards the right purpose betimi dey abo o man ho bra. And so when it comes to and Ghana obi a o man a sebi ye bad natural resources and nyame adom ye bi nyame ama ye bi enti ye betimi use revenue from our natural resources na dey abo o man ho bra enti say ye be raise $10 billion in there me nua ba enya dey sebi because nyame edi bibia man the only reason why and ye never been fight ye yentima emono and say over the in the past 7 8 years no aban wa befa kunyande o minus kasam grato pre o mo de o minus kasam ye so mo de betwa o monum and na ama o minus ka ho ayeden obeka ya time ye fra kunya so in 2016 no na okọ national infrastructure development fund mo e je over $500 million etu mu okọ legacy fund mo e je over $3 million ewo mu Oko get fund more, $270 million. Oh, get fund more. Overall, sika ye jato o mano ekofes mu ansa na ye fekunya so na over $1 billion na ye jato o mano ekofes mu ansa na ye ko. And so when it comes to raising revenues, yenya say ye Ghana for be introducing taxes in win here. And this we are very good at that, and that is what we're going to do. We are going to create innovative ways. A bit more raising funds. And so, in that regard, many about enya dia de ma NDC for cry. Ye betimi aye na de ya resist carry about Oman Hobra. And so hence so there are so many more, but because program I want to I will leave some in my rebuttal no match some of them in. Into the American and say NDC, we've made our stance very clear. I say Ghana 4 should give us the nod to lead the country from January 7th, 2025. Now, young for man kunku jump and penswa I say do manage because the only how I bet me do manage by BLC and say you be leadership a very result oriented leadership a pragmatic. Leadership are focused, and that is what the NDC has promised. And Matisse and Kofobika say, "Omudi youth back than Napo a youthful." Say, "Kaso obi a youthful." I don't think say Napo another category. No way, me 40, but they make and say, "Mama past the age of youth." And this I say past the age of youth. Napo a bit more youth of Napo any youth. We need to be very pragmatic. We need to be very, straightforward in the way we raise political discourse in our country. And the year can say, see, our habain and we eti, and habain I was so eti. And the year can say if you more say, oh, Professor Nana, enya, if you say, when Trump, over 78 years, or say, man, be no president of America. Joe Biden, about 82 years, or American president. The can say, or mine, the systems, any blue mine. Say, if you are able to build economic systems out, you don't need a 14-year-old to lead a country. Here in say, build a strong economic system, and baby, in Nigeria. And Miniaba, Medibesiana, Mama, the other panelists, Minia, Abongo, Dr. Bongo, now Manapine. Na also so about China be yabasa we review Miniaba.
Me da say konedu yadom yenko yenya bema Dr. Abongo Mashood and so hona yenko Jenny ho adventure Dr. Abongo Mashood NDC for ayomo 2024 manifesto launch. In some APA manifesto launch you anya bia NPP for mo say mo na anana bibi wo ho ana mo expect senka omo be ka ho asem so manka say na mo si eje sa manifesto yi.
Yo, Jifa, me that say me person message here NPP for communicators maybe omo bia say juma pa mo ye ma ye party eno mo ye ma Ghana. Na Jifa ye ka sama asam na ye ka no e asam ye factual and asam ye anokre. Sebi ohwe Africa na say make me di kan ohwe Africa na the average age no young about 22 years. Into see na young leaders who make my lead the economy no. It make a youthful napo obet ma udi na napo compare with J Nana because say napo young or that youthful exuberant one. But me can J Nana because J Nana you almost 20 something years. And Sana about all the same, you find no control because you see, I never care about manifestos. And if I'm me point out the reason why I can say NDC, Omunye ready to govern Ghana, they are not ready. And a woman face on the buy no, it's actually say Omunye ready, right? Omunye ready, and Omunye serious so about govern Ghana. And I'll indicate the reason why I make Kasa because if I say politics na no. The people of Ghanaians are enlightened. Omunim ni omupe, and omunim ni ehia omu. Enti endada ni sa ni manima no. Enu kwen se yensan fa sa ni manima ba. Ohwe NPP manifesto na ye launch na ye pragmatic. Ye the problems ni pa e. And the concrete solutions, both practical and theoretical solutions eba e. But ohwe NDC manifesto na enye sa. Enti eno na mba be indicated. Sevi omu manifesto no. Omaka say on by 24-hour economy. Difanami boa. Yes, me hit so. And no manifesto no. Na person me share. Kwan on be faso elaborate and elaborate kwan on be faso 24-hour economy no. Omat ma indicate. And the sebi. What did we night clock? Night night. Untimi nye 24 hours night. Ubet ma only 12 hours night. As to NPP for NDC for sorry, I propose it 24-hour nightclub. That is why they are just desperate. Desperate now more and so. On person who political Ghanaians, but then because the Ghanaians are enlightened.
Don't have 24-hour night club me so and also much go manifesto ni.
There be you me can say omu explain it. I'm just saying so omu nye ready. And I mean the be cheap inside. But after me explain 24-hour economy no. The tina omu mika say omu nye ready no. Uhwe mu 24-hour economy na. Omu indicate say 1 day 3 that means omu 3 hours. No my 3 shift. Na jifa ye bisa how about my proposal aba. So me ye juma 3 shift and 3 hours. First of all ye hu he bisa Ghana for bisa NDC for e fa hi na mi wo famia. Fa hi na mi kwa ye juma 3 shift no. E hi na mi kwa ye. Eti also mu di proposal ba say ebia Burger Upper East Burger Tanga Central Constituency. You be see tomatoes factory because you don't tomatoes or proposal ni nie you be see tomatoes factory. Tomatoes factory no be employ nipa be say 1,000. And you be 3 shift and nipa 3 times be ye juma. Mo indicate sa mo buy mo see 3 shift. Me baby me free Upper East Burger. Ut me run shift. Ewo honum NDC ntimi run shift. NPP na try some see leather factory and a basket factory. You go even though you challenges say you see sa ni manema no. And to say NDC bar no be come on first say 331 na. Omo kire me constituency me region youth no wo na mo nye adwuma. Me kura me wo no me fight say me fa ebi mu. Mo ma be ye adwuma be tele adwuma Russia hanom no. NDC kire me kon be fa so ama ye 3 shift. Untimi be state say 3 shift. Kon be no be fa so anya me constituency. Me kura si. Kon be no be fa so ama ye adwuma 3 shift no. They have lost hope. How many policy directions and how many policy design, policy implementation, policy monitoring. How many be? Just say, "Oma to 24 hours and omo ye ni dede keke." Enti me catch Ghana for 24 hours. How many policy be? na Ghana for person mutemia omu pe 24-hour economy a ebe kana enu na ye NPP one district one factory no that was 24-hour economy and they were district in factory was district hono and it means factory ni bia and na make ndika can say NPP na were challenges there were challenges na interest say policy it was not good. It means that the policy was good, but implementing it we have some challenges. I find out to solve the problems challenges no but their policies even wrong. First of all, not talking of even how to implement it and getting the challenges. And to omunyan draw kra. Let Ghanaians know. Omunyan draw into 24-hour economy ni die. Omu pe omu be hu ye NPP for. Na enchire omu. One this one fact ni kwan be for so ye. Enti me de be kosi ho no mo. Eno de en kan kosi bibia. Gifa omu asa kan say omu person omu reset the Ghana economy. Who person reset economy say who person reset kosi hi. Difa who person reset kosi tama NDC ba na ye dum so na telephone ye duma nye na hairdressers light of ni ye duma ni ya na ana say reset no e den Ghana for omu chechem o ka reset na because me wo computer no so reset na that me should me ko chire na Ghana for here dum so bio ye pe upgrade ye ko ye ni come first o me upgrade and also me develop the existing but omu ka say reset ni de Mr. Mo Ghana for minimum na edi komo so obi ka reset na that means odu ko wechire enti NDC ka reset ni dia that means o me reset ni NPP ni na no dia ko ba John Muhammad Dumso era no and a corruption era no a mu wie sika no there be resetting the yempe your co upgrading na difa wasan state point be o hwa and the jobs no point 2 omo manifesto omo si women development bank and me bisa women development bank no NDC ombayere no betima manage women development bank. I'm asking this question because I'm in pain. I'm a Ghanaian and I know Makolo women are no more Ghana no Maslow describing my home right and almost CEO Tamokle Devia make us some way why you not say USA or under NDC ye china tum sikanu kura na nyamba he wow sikanu enyamba he enti omuche yakwa yamba faso manage and yes a bank ni nu hono mo Maslow is another bank I also a bomba emo musika omutimi ye omantimi anye omuba pa no ma chiche sika na di wow it is another avenue say NDC ba ombe so mu create say BB women development bank no mo sa twi Ghana for tax kena ko show no oba hwe na me maame a wo dwom obre oton ade oton na no mo sa disika no mo sa adwana ko say USA and see dada NPP alternative here then NPP say ye be ye women's empowerment fund eno kire say man ye be kire o mo ade how they can manage their money na ye wia na ya mo musika enye bank keke so that is the difference difa omu kan say under education omu kan say under education no omu manifesto point 14 implement no academic policy for first year students in all public tertiary institutions including universities, colleges of education, nursing training colleges, TO, nursing and university of education. This is a government oba na no mutual allowances. They couldn't even pay the allowances. And no mutual allowances no more. And na Ghanaian youth, teachers, nurses and no more training depend on allowances no. No musun. Omusun wow. It takes MPP to come to empower and the area state. Now you see a waba. Who say first of all also reset it, the economy. And the necessary teachers allowance who reset it. Echo cancel mu teachers ne allowances na and also that am so between first year policy no academic user fee na ji family bisa Ghana for youth Ghana for more money admission next year no Mr. Mo mutie ni o say first year no between school fees na bi so ho me sevi nyamu aboa na na for mama ko free HSS omo am free HSS na me compare omo di me chon position we be free HSS na fair what to university form what to training college form NDC o may free bi so ho me mama niska papa niska na first year na me kwa free second year no one ever boa me first year free The second year, no one ever born mama to school fees. No, they have not think about it, or some would think well about it. No man who. Na second year, no, what you me face every 1,000. What you to your mommy? Me mommy ni bin papa ni bi. Second year, no one ever to your mommy. And the first time I call level 100 and one no. Second year, me school fees no do. Na my school drop up na. Ghanaian youth. Mun juno policies bi wo hono amu ya. Mun tinas na mun dwini. Na mun bisa questions. Ka o ka say oh, ebia ebe free tertiary education. Na ka ya tia say so oh, tertiary education so say na o mun tue fees bia bi free. Na ya hu say enye partial because NPP implemented free HS no. NDC was against it. John Mahama was against it. And I can say even African countries no or my mistake. But say see you know, almost they are going to build on it. This is a party, NPP government, that always have a policy. When they implement, it's a sustainable policy. We design and implement policies that are sustainable. And I can give you 3 good policies of NPP that are sustainable. 1 is the National Health Insurance, is very sustainable. 2 is the free HHS, is very sustainable. 3 is the LEAP, is sustainable. That is the policies that NPP had implemented. And sir, no fee academic fee. Come back and make country coin me faso aye amo much my then at your second year school fees, almost 3rd year school fees. Difa yes Roma almost ambra na under agriculture omo policy and agriculture. Difa unim uko water region minu ukrom uko upper east minu ukrom upper east yawo once dry season ne here upper east region here irrigation. Make sure woman manifesto no omo forget 3 northern regions no. But the bia meka minimum more 3 northern regions no. Ku difa misra ama meka hausa kakra. Mutani mu kuna tamale, kuna palo kuna wa. Kuduwa manifesto NDC na. Bosro irrigation dam the northern sector. Bosro dream by northern sector. Kuduwa mchiki manifesto sumna. Mieletia tamale ruma. Bolgaruma, ye be NDC manifesto like every time you know vote for NDC. But Qatar policy to be created dams boy the empire every year be around. Come MPP in the 1 dam, 1 village by 1 ala. NDC Qatar that policy in their manifesto. Difa, me say NDC on manifesto on agriculture no. Difa yo because baby Ghana go through no. Nanka Ghana for Nico say you entertain NDC crap you. Because they don't have any better alternative. Only solution here. Mimi Ghana new Ghana first. And to me, political party that Ghana. Na ya am ya. Everyone I said me soon. I said me nip near me come Ghana for say. But me explanation we are made man. Ghana for better say. Because NDC almost stronghold. Mimi Krum, Mimi region, Upper East region. Every year be a move vote for NDC. As I Mimi no say. NPP were only 1 seat, and this were all the seats Upper East region. But this year, it be changing. And as our manifesto in Ukraine, I expose you. Tie, differ. There were 1 village, 1 dam. As a year, a year, Juma. NPP, and this manifesto, no. And this manifesto, no. There's no any proposal, some basic dams. There's no any proposal, some upgraded dams. So they're not even thinking about the northern sector. Maybe almost stronghold, no. But thank God, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 2 is from the northern region. So the 3 northern regions, this year, it will be buga buga. And yet, say last year, so, oh, where you free your chrome and no matter man, there be. Say, see, no, women need na free ho. And to say, see, no, northern sector, you have a share party, our good policies. Which me abwarm. And your party, all the policies were back to say Guinea fowl fly from Burkina Faso. I can say Guinea fowl on the beba. I am by 8 years near. Omutu, Omudasuna me wium, Eko Burkina Faso. Ye can down met Danny Omuhu, after Burkina Faso, at to Abagana view. Now, Jifa Omuni 1 single policy. So, irrigation policy, say never. Even though MPP Obekaya, you see, you see via dam, you see that at the NDC upgrading a year juma. Now, you otono, you upgrading a year juma. But you see Palgu multi-purpose dam. Palgu multi-purpose dam. It's starting here. You didn't even call here. Only a feasibility studies. Now, Jifa, they be American. Say COVID-19 no. Ebe affect ye papa. They be American. And the be American view. Ebe affect ye papa. Because as on the COVID-19 empire no. Now engineers were failed. Now workers were failed. No almost starting ye juma. COVID-19 buy and the pet and the juma near then stop here. As COVID-19 buy and stop here no. And the Ukraine war buy no. We have never recovered. And Mr. Ayami de minim say ebeba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia me the press no mistake, and he was sincere to Ghanaians because they say Ghanaians don't mean that down. Okay, say after COVID-19 2022 no nima bi see economy ni year collapse. This is a man who have Ghanaians at heart. This is someone who's a generational leader. This is a man who has vision for Ghanaians and Ghanaian youth. This is a man who has Ghana in his heart. This is a man who has Ghanaian blood in his body that flows through his veins. Or that won't mean that. Won't mean that Ghanaians. Or see the Ghanaian economy a year collapse. It's hardly so being a politician that is so real. Yeah? Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a realist. It's difficult to find a modern day realist in this world. And he is a realist, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And Difa, Nememi can say these three things that is the backbone of the economy. Education, which is also dependent on the youth, because Ghana is a youthful age. They are getting it wrong. They don't have any clear policy of education. And thank God, they are even saying that if they come, they will upgrade our free HHS. That means we had good policy. If they will upgrade it there, Ghanaians don't even give you opportunity because we brought it and it is good. So why should you remove someone who brought it and it is good, and you are bringing someone who doesn't have idea that he wants to upgrade it? And yeah, you must have. And the NDC, they are not ready. They are not ready. Right?
Yes, you better say, you better sign about who be. Yeah, for comments are Ashafonso Ede ascending. Yeah, Becca also said you made your own channel, show Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube channels. So, Jamframa TV and anyway, by also waiting for hot debates, greetings from Rara in OT region. Thank you for the collaboration. It has say. Owusie Champon or say when Dr. Farijan was electoral commissioner chairman, we thought the EC work was easy until NDC and NPP made the selection of EC chair on political basis. We have missed the intelligence of Afarijan. Kweku Yebo, a powerful program. Dr. Bungo, as usual, is coming to lie to us again, watching from Suhum in the Eastern region. NDC Diaspora Union and Ediwe Ebayosi greetings from Amsterdam, Holland. Comrade Bennett is here to do justice for the topic. God has blessed the NDC with human resources. Asempa Hineboache, also good evening, Madam Chifa, and your team watching and listening from Achim Himan. That's it. Odoe Tema, okay. Also, NPP all the way. All right. Mavis Boateng will see the NDC manifesto is the best for Ghana. I will entreat all Ghanaians to vote for the NDC and avoid the NPP and Dr. Bawumia. Watching on YouTube from Lisbon, Portugal. That's it. Fans TV also watching from Aplao Water region. The suffering in the system is too much. We are suffering, but Bawumia said we should wait for him to become president before he can help us. And that's a free more. Say good evening. Greetings from Tatali, Northern Ghana, and Tekina Information Center. Bennett is a very good communicator. Robert Kimpe also thank you, Bennett. You are representing our party very well. Watching you live from Paris, France. Okay. Ghana Himfie and Ediwe Ebayosi, good evening. I hope Dr. Bongo is watching how Bennett is promoting his party's manifesto. He couldn't do that last week for the NPP, watching from Busosu in the Frontier South District. All right. Frempong Befi and Ediwe Ebayosi, I'm very proud of the submission of Bennett. The guy is good in communication, watching from Akuse near Somanya. Lady More _2. Also, good evening, watching on Twisted Light from St. Petersburg, Russia. All we are praying for is a peaceful election, Jifa. You are doing very well. Medasi. Sikapa family, also watching with a family for Jumapon near Koforija. Yeah, that's it. Questions here, I'll say, what at all is Dr. Bongo saying? Greetings from Anglo Town near Koforija. Okay, you say that's so high. Okay, and it's a comments we any hobium dia but so na yafa yen second topic. Now second topic no flag bearer for the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, engagement with the media. I should say okay ka esenchefo ebo mu na one omo etwetwe nkomo questions a omo nyina so omo ebisa no so oyi ano kama na prior to this event no ebi mu etwere mu a it was a deliberate attempt to overshadow the NDC manifesto launch. It's nebi kra etwere mu anka NDC for enhodi on na ombe meet the press in we and sana launch more manifesto launch, but well, they still went ahead to launch their manifesto as they had planned. Now after this meets the press in some APM yatote nsem bi so say sika ache say yechia journalists ya omo eba be coverage no enye sika kitwa nsem bi so APM amanfo so zichire mu a omampanyi abedi echire anase franke tuni a ogina ho edema NPP amayoku no ase questions no ebi wo ho ana odoji ebi so wo ho a otimi eyi ano kama maybe sa NDC for Bennett and etnemu ekasa and the almost say in semi na omuhu is saying from the planning of the event, which was immediately after the NDC manifesto launch, to the event day itself, to the whole event, the questions asked, the answers given. How did the NDC see this?
Many aba medasipi na mesafa kunya so much for the ahwefobia na the American say on say NPP forms are going into December 7th election they don't really have a message, and so the only thing that they actually have embarked on and it's on the campaign message of the NDC, but it is very clear. I mean uno bi konto kwana say otaso okasaka se pia as any partner service when you could dear and into no casacas every no. Now, assemble a point, person can send a call, but meet the press encounter no so no. Mahama care programmer, ye pese ye deba. Na mpempi no, on se obu say obi yare when ya cancer, when ya diabetes, chronic illnesses. Won't say na ni pa no da hono na the manu there ye can say ye be the Mahama care Ghana ebe provide funding for nkrofo a omo enye yare a sebi aye kwankro no ye dey size fund ne be support omo na omo dey akun sayare no enti Mahama eye obema odadwene Ghana for eye de ne Ghana for setena ho to wose yen to ba ma no na oba on create sa fund no mama care so de be take care of nkrofo a enye omo pe na emom so de obo ade hye ti na akofa yare bi e de abre omo osan so oba provide risk exposure insurance for healthcare workers yahu empember be won se na obi nurse ni bi kwadwuma na bia bibia ha ka bia pem no na wadi dem afi na bre na atetiye mahama obi a in the line of duty ebia na hakofa yare bi dia ma no ho sankofo no nyina no yes say the policy bi by risk exposure insurance I ever provide buffer e dia ma sankofo emu financially and not just financially but psychologically you ever provide psychological help and financial support in the line of duty say be sa to omo a omo so beti benya konto so yes here by a journal nurse form there is a policy so ebeba yasa so I can say ye nuamo nurse for omo ye dwumaden omo bre hwese nurse ni apon adwuma anopa be 4 o'clock na okogina kwa hofa trotro e de akofie yesi e ba ye the policy bi ba e make sure say e be ma ye nuamo nurses ombetimi akrakas e de aba ba wuro man mu a ye be ti tax no so de ama omo hwi se de be omo so betimi atofidi no omo atwi enye fe say ye nuamo nurses enam form na makwadwuma na omo ba omo ne ya sebi ye na omo hwe na asatena ka ba akumu asa de akofie yesi ye ba the policy ba e ma kwa masa ye nuamu nurses ne doctor nurse me man mai betimi akraka so betimi atokas no omo so atima yusu e wo fie enti me ba me fa enunsi wo na eye Dr. Bawumia meet the press ne de em say yesi se ofifo epe wayewa epe wakua na wama sika kotomoto enbi na eto Bawumia na no because enye obi na be ka che Bawumia se kwam fa so mbu o man no ankoyi enti no committee press no say if at all say or meet press na also prepare very well because obviously the press of today enye the same press as 2016 na the umbeka bia no mutie no and the press Ghana is very discerning, and so they are able to ask questions that Ghana for a person, or Ghana for pay answers to, and that is exactly what the media did in the last encounter with them. Ushe Bawumia the demeanor and the composure and a quiet or pass or answer questions in Beribena. Clearly, the man has lost focus, and he knows say he's already fighting a lost battle. That is the reality. Bawumia say. And the euphoria, the atmosphere clearly shows say, and then say about anwa obelusu, and there is no amount of lie. And a bit more convincing Ghanaians say, young koto about NPP for Ebi. Bawumia edano. Bawumia catch the Ghana for say, Abrana once $1, 3 cities, 80 pesos. You have 4 cities, no. Bawumia catch the Ghana for say. Mama ene na badi chire may soul rest in private peace Mr. Msata say omo incompetent and that is why yen city no fall flat and now me know ka say 1 city is $1 almost of 16 Ghana cities from 4 cities to 16 Ghana cities omo they are called by 4x Sikano na hoden asset that 2016 compared to now I lose over 400% in terms of value. And then Bawumia, Ghana hakudu CCA. And what justification does he have? I mean, say you busa no question, a quan of person or fambo clearly shows that he's lost the battle. Clearly, only as someone can be convincing Ghana for. Because sebi yema mo manko school na omo kra no free China ne ade no. Onu said 2016 abra na euro agenda man ma mate akuya so. Say no op $10,000 no op $100,000 na sika do say no here. And no op sika na bi mu a ohia times 4 of sika cities na no de koto the same amount of dollars. And he said, what up account block in terms of percentage terms, you know, Bawumia are performing well. But in nominal terms, that is what plays the key role in the economy. In nominal terms, you know, you see that lose a lot of value. A lot of it's how do we justify that to the Ghanaian? How do you justify that? And someone about me and some joyful beside me, or they read clearly, say, or feeling Ghana for. HSS were disappointed Ghana for. And then Central Qua, Omane Casaman, or one a pretty questions, a very critical, a very serious Ghana for pay answers to. Enti Miniaba, you're about me. So you'll be a sebi or fair idea, or you'll be a sebi or that na or that's Yeswa, the Sumian and the Casa, or Boom say, and to power walk on, sebi will lose to Quanavi. Sebi will lose to Quanavi. Because and now we know can say cement back 2016 near 25 cities, and the cement back depending on where you buy it, almost 100 Ghana cities. More than 100 Ghana cities. I some cement more more than 400% in the last 7 years. A moon bag back one, a 50 kg, near a ton, 100 Ghana cities, and now per moon bag back quarter, we hear over 1,400 Ghana cities, and when a moon bag back quarter. So how do you justify this to the Ghanaian? No amount of lies and a bit more compensate Ghana for say, and part of American Union into. Yeah, mammy, I said, no, or coastal, chicken wings near the or top 5 kg, no, tono 25 cities, and no, the same 25 kg now. We hear more than 100 Ghana cities, and then up to 25 kg of chicken wings. And see, I said, Abacate say, mammy, no, what I says, I'm passing out and the toss moon to me for the farmer. And see, but you about me, dear. True and true, what failing the Ghanaian economy and what failing the Ghanaian people. And I know a lot of people who actually campaigned for the NPP prior to 2016. And then so present economic issues are not or diverted technology or they call IT because of honeyful. And I've always said say Ghana is where it is in terms of technology, not because Ghana is pushing so hard, but because we are saying so globally everywhere our IT is making inroads, and so say Ghana in the aspect of IT, it is not because Bamia is so superhuman, and yet companies have interest because they know say everybody is moving into the digital world, and so they have to invest in digital services and to the companies, private companies, and they invest it. And they are saying it really GPS addressing system. And that GPS addressing system, and they Google for your money rather. And never be at the buyer. It was actually a vehicle almost crazy yes, or secure free or man copies. Because we know say GPS addressing system is done by Google. And I dare order that. Inti Baumia and then for right from the onset and throw much Ghana for and some catch Ghana for and Ghana for say and send mu FA and throw. And same and so may I know no crown over the free or crown over the free UK in China. As a quadro, may say me percent this for back and they say MP for back prior to 2012 because and they are crown over in TV. And as I know of can I know craft 10 containers a month and no to be craft for and no to be craft for empo. Of Obia or Golo, who is Cassid Oquedo, America, or so could you see your business not say? Your business not say because and the taxes I walk port on Quano, about men the Abano, a boo mukum. Then the assembly Abacatches and the we say, and so you two know the Koto about the mouth. So about Yapa uncle. Dr. Babiapa uncle aboso kan abo mo didi sikare ma 2016 no uncle explain some and say this is the reason why in import duty cost by more than 400%. No unti asma aboso kan for the catcher or uncle magazine no magazine for uncle kasa uncle magazine for say and almost papers bona because no omu here sikare your money na magazine for musan say sikare omo didi tax omo didi den omo dey e Ghana for Minyaba and Ghana for 7 young who and the information and I've always said the media, the mainstream media, whether they like it or not, they have to say the truth, they have to speak the truth. Because so they also overcome trauma. When people go to the media, when people go to social media, they get access to a lot of information. Traditional media and That is why in the Peace FM now we hear the mouthpiece of the NPP. They are even beginning to probe critical questions. Because they know that if they don't ask those questions, Ghana will have access to a lot of information on so they make their own judgment. So the air can say Ghana of 2024 is still the same Ghana in 2016 and 2012. And no master son. And to say Baumia, essay or say Ghana for man, he should be able to justify the reason why $1 jumping from 4 cities in 2016 to 16 cities in 2024. He should be able to tell the Ghanaians, say, this is the reason why in Tia, cement one bag are moving from 25 Ghana cities to 100 Ghana cities. He should tell the Ghanaian people why in Tia, a liter of petrol, less than 5 cities, and then I could do more than 16 Ghana cities. He should be able to tell the Ghanaian people why in Tia, what do you call it? And those that about Ghana cities, and then better season, not in cement box and more than 6,000 Ghana cities. But we should be able to tell the Ghanaian people, or make can say they acquire a fast fertilizer bag jumping from 150 Ghana cities to about 1,000 Ghana cities. The Ghanaian people are asking questions. And we need justifiable answers. And many about the air catcher and the Ghana for Sebi, young who any more from you. Sebi, young poor monk school. And then Omutra radio one. That's what we try to that so almost as small okay and so. No call them cotton toast in the same metono, but what if you use some into the boy say? Won't mean chance, won't mean fun throw independent throw forever. And yet they are to everything. And that is the case of Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia. Me say, Obia in 2016, he was so eloquent. He was so eloquent. Or economic terms, Emma Ghana who say, this is the Messiah. This is the economic Messiah, Chobamana, or rest the fortunes of the Ghanaian people. And then under the same person, the Ghanaian people cannot even buy boxer shorts. Intimate boxer shorts put it at because boxer shorts are near 10 cities in 2016, and then the same boxer shorts in about 100 Ghana cities. And then unemployment rate at 8%, and the unemployment rate and now about 15%. Oh, my name is CA. Debt to GDP at 55%, 55.6%, and debt to GDP over 100%. How do we justify this to the Ghanaian people? Enti the air can say, bida. Yenim yaba befa akunya no ekwan e fa so ebu o man no NDC ne party e ba ye kasa we be ye mayan achievements e kasa de man ye mayan sadu nyuma e kasa de man enti the air can say Ghana for come 2024 December 7 mo mayan akwanya no na ye mra na me ye o man ni ye the air can say mo mayan kwam ye ba ye discover she aresam ye discover she education mu ye de sika ebe hye akwan mu ye de sika ebe hye ye ma mu di dwa ebotom no mati me di dwa na ma dwa na koso manya bi so ahwe omoma de ye kan say ye ma me mu ne papa mu asebesebi emfie nti omo aye mre no ye be create fund that be take care of them. These are promises that you make it to the Ghanaian people, and we know say NDC for nkofo a ye hye bo aye di so. Ye gidi but you say ye sheba ye be so. And under the leadership of Yoruba Gentleman Mahama and ye ma me Jenana Opokwajemano, ye be a leadership focused, a leadership result oriented, a leadership very accountable. Ya can say ye fa accountability and to the doorstep of more opposition. Amongst ourselves, no, you make sure say everybody is held to account. Everybody is held to account, and that is the core. You make it to the Ghanaian people. We are saying, say, a Ghana that is more accountable, a Ghana that is more workable. That is what we are promising the Ghanaian people, and we will make sure, say, we deliver as promised. Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, he meet the press, no. Yeah, they say, Senka me share press na can me say be ko bit my bibi. And by the press encounter no e me hu say sebi ke ken kwa bibi anim. Ken kwa bibi anim. And so obi crab na sa bo na chidom. Na ne para bora ma watimi awide ne buta. Wasakofa Europe na po. Na yen say every time bia na po be kasa bia no. NPP lose about 1% of their votes. Enti ye de kanya ne say say ufiefo epe waku a na o ma sika koto moto. Enti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia share press no na expose no ho. The ye can say come December 7th the Ghana Publication say ampa to me India. The ebeji to me no so dey amade to me patano. Mini aba me da CP.
Me so me da se me nua be ma kunidu yadom ye rekọ Dr. Abongo Mashuden so ho na wachre na dwen afa nsemi ho omo na eye meet the press e bisa say MPP as a party then na mo peke efa sa jumedi ho na allegations nso amount e dey atomo so say Dr. Bawumia wa dodge questions and journalists here mobile crowd na otua omuka nye sika ketwa chese sike mu odru se nkomo mbra na questions na krebi say e trotro e di ma journalists for na omode bae then na MPP mo e kafansi mi Dr. Abongo mute you
Yo,
mic
Jifa,
so
me da se Jifa say what be so questions we. Jifa, na minim say why we a journalist. And unim say questions are will be say and I say ye ba program so no be say obi any ultra questions no more. One will be so questions. And me gidi say ka okọ ya, me ka say register ko. What man register anko. Ka register ko ya, kan ya amafo e kika no ka be wa be hu say enya no kre. Entenya no kre say NPP ya tro questions ama obi there bi. And enya no kre say ya tue obi sika so on koye. NDC for no. Na Jifa so be kaya NDC netro challenge no ma yo. Ye ka so mo say omo for debate. Ono mo say ye pa Bawumia to submit himself to the media to question him first, like John Mahama. And yeah, you know who yeah. So or submitting to the journalists, almost all the journalists across the country. And of course the Bisano. But can you imagine? You Bisano the whole over many hours no. Obia ni ho Bisano about corruption questions. Obia ni ho. Journalists bia ni ho. No, sorry to say, when you say Ghana media, no matter what, you have someone who is a sympathizer of NDC. You can't take that one from the journalists or from the media. They are Ghanaians, so they have every right to be a sympathizer with any political party. And the job also chairman say, media house is now more no be no sympathizer with NDC. Of course, no be and that person will feel like asking a question that is hard question or is underlined with NDC. And to ultimately can say, questions that will be saying, yeah, trauma, maybe. And the journalists will be so on so their integrity is in touch. Ultra questions man in Ukraine on bisa because they are passionate about their job. And it's just that the man Bawumia, Bawumia is a critical thinker. You see, Bawumia is a realist, and Bawumia is a consultative leader. And any person that have these three qualities is the preferred choice for Ghanaians. And the question is now, and also meeting to the media, a Ghanaians know who saw a critical thinker because questions be a baby piano or think it through and bring out solutions to that problem and other questions. And the two, he was real about questions that Mubisano. No, Mikai said, let it be Bisano. So you said, when the exchange rate is weak, it will expose you. Yeah, when the economy is weak, the exchange rate will expose you. right?
When the fundamentals are weak, the
Yes,
exchange
sorry.
rate will
Yes, when
expose
the
you.
fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will pose you. The lady asked that question, and he said yes. And or explaining a trail, and okay, can you maybe break down? And I'm kind of be so by every beside question say in 2016 you said teachers are suffering, women are suffering, nurses are suffering. Are they still suffering? And nobody answer it. And okay, so or no, Bawumia, even though he's not a president, they be American, Bawumia is not a president. And the young one was say NDC for your debate here. Omudi na na kufa the government in to chain. No mobile Bawumia din as Bawumia is a president. Ghana, we have a presenter system. Obia only said, yeah, he needs to go back and learn government in our senior secondary school. Because Ghana, we have a presenter system. You need legislative system. Presenter system, say the president is having the only person who have authority to take a decision, to assent to a decision, is the president. Any other person don't have power like the president, even not even our parliament. And that is the system I run. Oko other jurisdiction now, it is the executive, it is the legislative. To say Oko UK say parliament no, they make decisions, they make a to me. But Ghana, yes, system the president they vote to me. And it is will be bobo mia taxes no so reducing taxes so you say. Bomia don't have that authority, doesn't have the power. Bomia can only propose. Dr. Mahmoud Bomia can only propose to the president or cabinet. If they take it, fine. If they don't take it, no. But you have to follow the decision of the majority. But so by your president, dear, most of the things or person or no, obetimi aye because they the two member president. That is the reality, and that is our constitution. Anybody who doesn't know this needs to go and learn government, or he should go Google YouTube and learn about the type of the power of the executives or the organs of government. We have the legislative, the judiciary, and the executive. We know me three, and the president executive, and the executive have the legislative authority from the rest. Yeah, executives no the legislature and parliament no money authority over the president. And did if media no see honum no otimi yi questions bia mo bisa bia otimi yi ano. And a corruption allegation, corruption e bia ni o eba question eba ni questions mo bisa no. Na difa ne ya de ne say me ko panelist no e can say I ni mo boy din tax ni boy din. Wow. And or can some mommy could see so say that means NDC manifesto crown they have not even make provision to address ni mana on we NDC member no or can want some or bon wants him say no crown. NDC manifesto doesn't have solution to it. It's only NPP manifesto under Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Our cancer or bar a duty free a to say Togo dear now. And then last week, me no kind, and I'm say Ghanaians feel comfortable. So I'm do name be for Togo because duty free. I be do Togo, no more smuggler of Ghana. But me say who are butchery, who are Ghana, who who import goods in Ghana, who turn spare parts, who turn cars. Kai say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia manifesto and the government's no, far 100% better than NDC. And to mention NDC because NDC and your provisions are also kind for spare parts dealers. NDC and your provisions are more. Swami magazine for NDC manifesto no. Oma your provisions be a mamo say mo spare parts na mo tono. Ni mo spare parts na mo import no. Mo cars na service cars na mo import aba Ghana. Na mo de aye mo atutu na mo de repair mo cars na so mo ton spare parts no. NDC manifesto no. Oma ye provision so my address no. And omuba ni man go mesan ye din. It's only NPP. Ye propose solution say ye ba. E be to say Togo dia no. And them you say swami for abose kan for omo motor spare parts dealers no. Mu amunim say Togo dia no air tax free, import duties free. Ghana and Bawumia be the same thing. Eti misramu. Eye NPP nko na was our policy no. And Misramu, NDC needs our policy, and then co panel is correct. Enti say ufhye say onima no boarding chance no nya abotre aka 5 months pe. August ended, September, October, November, December, you go to about 7th December. You to about we per 9th December. You declare about we no who say eh my business no e yakoso. Taxes ni stand money na ye be twaso. Ye be twaso. Na ye flat say Togo de no. Enti on ye ha ho kran for ni man ko for Togo. Enti me srep me nuam Ghana for. Na jifa and me the press na ye can want some no. Na ye challenge and NDC a trauma NPP. And you have achieved the challenge I'm with the mind. Say more challenge. Say John Mahama has been a president before, right? And he wants to come back again. He said he has learned his mistakes. Niawai and wahuni mistakes into a babu. And I say, bra, wow, near Dr. Mahmoud Wamia, young man, he is ready. Debate. Who's rodain? You are not coming to debate Bawumia. You are coming to tell Ghanaians the solutions you have for Ghanaians. Ghanaians are going to ask you questions, right?
Yeah, time for comments. Assign. Baby Muna yen twasu. Okay, Dr. Bongo. Yes, I'm Malquaba. And Mr. Dr.
Yeah.
Bongo, let's take the ethical. Okay.
Aha. And did you find near me can say, yeah, there were solutions to MPP to Ghana for problem. And T young one a bit me solve Ghanaians problem no. And T misret minimum Ghana for as a medical no. We are ready to govern. And T misret Bernard on country NDC for on country John Mahama. So umbra for debate. You have a debate now you actual solutions for Ghana. And the debate and also moderators. You have two moderators. There may be some questions. And the questions are going to be generated based on Ghanaians near Ghanaians questions near NPP governments and yet NPP questions and yet NDC questions. Is questions are moderators no. They'll get those questions from Ghanaians, ordinary Ghanaians to say me no. And I said Bernard, now you be so no more ye debate. No more slow down. John Mahama also what solutions. So what solution for Ghanaian problems are? Ye free debater also to mika. Me relax it. All like say then. To mika bra never debate. Na who atuna owo. So we solve Ghanaian problems because ye are media press no, and we have performed well. Ye media press no. Ye performing well better than John Mahama because John Mahama questions by with regards to scandals. Government official one ever oh yeah no. But there was no any scandal questions about corruption. No, you clean, oh you genuine, clean. Or to say angel no. Can you imagine? Obi or your public officer for so many years, over your vice president, meet the press. There was no any single question on corruption. On him. Difa, me share papa now. And then me can say Bawumia is a critical thinker. Bawumia is a realist. Bawumia is a consultative leader. The only person with these three qualities. You only get leaders that have only two qualities. Either that person is a critical thinker or that person is a realist. You never have someone who have that three qualities. And I discovered these three qualities omitting personal. And who have three qualities in him. I have been learning these qualities of leaders. And who are trained. I can't last one cry me here say me and no dear. Omuba debate now and a who. And to John Mahama or person meet Dr. Bawumia or person finding solutions to Ghanaians problem. Or person check quite about fast solve the big problems of Ghanaians. And your umbra for debate. No, about debate now. Or very rarely say Ghanaians don't need resetting. And Ghana don't need resetting. Ghana need upgrading. And need to also no. Because the solutions now are resetting solutions. And we don't need resetting solutions. Umbra for debate in Jifa. Mesrao ma wen ko echire na end this for nti. So almost see a meeting the media. But we are meeting media no. Almost umbra for debate. They should come for debate. We are preparing for them. We are already prepared for them. If they are not ready to lead, then they should just walk out from the presidency and allow us to go free flow, unopposed, because they are not ready.
No,
And they are
I
never
mean,
ready.
so yes, I can see ya, and yeah, NDC and more competitors. It's had an NDC in move focus on some mumbra for debate. I don't know Monqua land ho, and now Monqua cheddar ho, and now Monqua don't call some for debate at NDC and I'm with the at home.
Jifa, the reality is Ghana have two strong parties, NDC and NPP. The rest of the parties, like Fourth Republic, have never come closer to becoming a president. We share a presidential history from 1982. NDC has ruled Ghana for 4 terms. That is under Rawlings and Atamis John Mahama. And Toma ruled 8 years. That is 4 terms. 4, 4, 4, 4, 8 years. Over NPP, they are ruling the same number of years. And these are the two strong parties, right? But the younger parties, small parties, no, debate you. They are ready to debate. They are ready. They did not come out and say no, we will not debate. It is the NDC that is afraid of debate. Because who say or a critical thinker. And obi a critical thinker biano because John Mahama on your critical thinker. And it's sorry to say, Enuntina 2006, Omuka saw you're incompetent, and they are exhibiting that kind of incompetence, right? Now, Mika said this time, Babaka so now I'm competent and I'm ready to debate Baumia. But he's still exhibiting the incompetence in him, which is very sad. Emi said John Mahama, yes, because he'll be a white presenter.
And the incompetency, no, you who debates Munkwan.
Of course, you won't debate because two candidates, yeah. Jifa, Unim said, Kamala Harris, USA Vice President, Unim didn't know say over presenter candidate. Unim didn't hear. Unim said debate the effect of the debate, and expose Joe Biden. Unim said debate and expose Joe Biden. Can you debate now? Kasabre Joe Biden, the head of presenter candidate. And the over debate now, it makes the voters, it will let the voters take a decision based on how you answer the questions, based on how you are prepared to lead the country, right? And the debate is very, very, very important. If I don't know program we show, maybe no so bad. Yeah, members, right? Mimi NDC only NPP. And that's only NPP, Mimi NDC. Now about platform we so, now be debate. And then now program we so, Mimi NPP. And you first me about me. Benade John Mahama. And the debate. Oh, platform we so. Now then, say the younger ones a debate here. The bigger ones they can't debate. I don't know Musuru. Because the NDC is also a communication expert. Because Oshiya John Mahama they call your communication. And they can come be a communication there, and why communication minister that. Why vice president that? Why MP that? And you know how to debate, what debate parliament. And this is a man, he's only a PhD holder who know how to do presentation. And he's calling for a debate, and you are afraid. And not just said the man is a critical thinker American. Into John Mahama, he doesn't want to expose himself in front of Ghanaians, or he doesn't want to expose himself when he's debating Bawumia, or he doesn't want to exhibit his incompetence in front of the competent Bawumia. These are the only three things. That is why John Mahama is afraid to debate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. But we are still showing the challenge to him. Say NDC or Mumbra, Nayan debate. Because John Mahama, what debate Nana Akufo-Addo pen? What president? What debate no? I don't know who's Bawumia. That is always be my questions. I don't know.
You sign about you say. Yeah, comments back community about a way tree na just say yeah twice so. All right, yeah, I also said all sharing on Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube channels. So Today Ghana News TV. Kwesi Sia or say, what at all is Dr. Bongo saying? Greetings from Angola Town in Koferidia, Yedasi. Patience Zach was say ICE and educative program. I think he meant nice and educative program. Watching from Hamburg, Germany. That's it. All right. Yeah, it was way. So comments na asandia you be call back to Konedu Hona on my final submission.
Yo, miniaba, medasipi na say minia abongo ono assetting questions na wasan eya no na say I don't know how but me made the press no ebimu ehu no, but from my perspective, I mean, if I were to make a judgment in terms of whom to vote for based on performance now or deliver or honor, I can tell you, say, Baumia would never have my vote. Because even if some of the questions were scripted, the way I answer questions, clearly showed say he wasn't ready. Clearly, he wasn't ready. If some of the questions were scripted, I said, nah. I mean, I said, answers no, they might, and I just never Baumia ready. Because clearly he was not up humble. Baumia Pamo will be able to say, questions onye very good with responding to those questions. And I say Baumia say woman first to more best scrappy import duties. I mean aba. They be Americans as we see Ghana for yen hu enimu nkoso. Yen hu enimu enkoso. Oba no na mekra no ma na mekra 40 footer container na me 30,000 Ghana cedis. And then make 40 footer container under your leadership. The same 40 footer container make 30,000 Ghana cedis. And then me over 150,000 enemy. You are telling me say I should give you a vote so that over banner scrapping import duty. What scrapping completely? I mean, how does it even make sense? How does it even make sense? So we impose what much then? Now there, but okay. We say government is a continuum. If, as the theory says now, so when I the vice president, your party is still in power. You could still negotiate with the president and the executive. Say, because we want to win the next election, to the please allow me to scrap the what do you call it, import duties. So they bear you bet me a winning abano. But no Catholic force yema. A born a try and board in the Neman was the CA. Copy say you're talking about Waba. Now, be through. How does it even make sense? I mean, any for whom says Ghana for any answer. A moon say Ghana for any answer. So, me say, some Muslim Bayama, Muslim Betty Maya, because see a winning through government is a continuum. A mum way and twasso. We through my Baumia Twasso. It is and most especially the same party and mine. So why don't you scrap it now? So sebi omo answer na omo kan nyina and I can tell you say there are so many Ghanaians omo nu say nsem people can na intro. So una me ho kire me koto de me ntimi nto. Okay, we dey ma bo no kwan ko we na wo na nsa na ngoba. Ceramic cement bag 25 cedis. That's also about all cement to me free. At least for me to even believe, say, let the price and go back to where it was before you came. And then with that, I can believe you say, and about the washer, but you've clearly, defied the odds. Now I'm a normal boy a day. I can't afford me, intimate turn on pool. Say to me never import flow. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't know, but me on because Ghana for ending to me. You never heard about their man. Now, many about manifesto by assembly or man can send my me party bonnet. Now, so my Zogo communities no almost so my bonnet. Na yewo asamde kese edema yenuanom nkramofo muslimifo ɛne yɛn nuanom zongofoɔ a deɛ yɛka nyinaa ne sɛ yɛba set up a fund a saa fund no bɛ provide support to businesses a ɛyɛ based in zongo communities nti ɛfa ne sɛ wotɔn soya wotɔn soya wotɔn koko what be a small grocery store and I be we fitting our community no mu yes say ba ye ma osika crowd the share side no mu zongo community because a lot of people live in the zongos. So if you are able to empower zongo businesses then we are able to empower the people as well. And so ye ba ye say zongo communities no business be all zongo community be ano ye be man sika na they share side no mu na dwuma na tima akoso na umso tima fa nipa ma o man so akoso ye ba ye say and the hajj undimi nko hajj po and the hajj ko boy the ding ye say ye ba ye make sure say hajj board ye better so am obi atimi akobi because they dream of every Muslim and it's at least once in his lifetime with Mako Mecca akwa say the Mecca tie na akobọ mpa ye no nyankopọ akasa by ne said the Mecca boy din no ye nuanum nkramofo ntimi nko kane said the nipa ha na ko Mecca every year and no mo kokumpo 50 because I want kire o man mu and obekọ say o fa connection mind o fa agent and say na watimi akomeka yes ye ba say no mo nyina e be ye fro ama ye nuanom mo zongos mo ye muslims no mo ko mo adwuma no so watimi akọ meka na mo mu nyankopɔ akasa yes ye ba zongo ho no mo abiem ye ba be see STEM schools anything model schools na ya trainee ye nuanom zongo fo a omo so betimi de science ebeye enoma aye benya nkofo mu free zongo communities na they will be innovating scientific ideas and products and abo oman puntuo yes ye ba ye be see science based schools our zongo communities no na training ye zongo for and as ye nuanom mo zongo communities no yes ye ba Farouk College of Education ye ba upgrade sa school no in terms of infrastructure ye the sikabe west school no school be jam pempenso be gina because this school no S7 ye nuanom nkramofo S7 ye nuanom zongo communities ye ba ye the sikabe shesa college no mo that will provide quality education at the ama ye nuanom mo zongo communities no ye see ye ba Islamic schools no ye provide accreditation at the ama mo so that be ya omo betima go into research na omo team training teachers omo kire ye nuanom mo nkramofo Arabic no matimi aka Arabic because ye nuanom nkramofo both have akapa and so matimi aka Arabic kasa no because that way you are able to communicate with your God directly enti ye see ba ye discover Islamic research esumu na boa ye nuanom mo ye nkramofo ama mo so atimi adimu ye see ba ye nuanom school for omo zongo communities omusua law omusua medicine omusua engineering ICT ye ba ye provide scholarships at the say ye nuanom mo ye those critical courses no na omo so ye develop omo zongo communities ebia na hotinti omo ntimi nye those courses no omo so atimi anya ahotoso atimi akọ school akosua sa courses na abo omo asetem no omo puntuo ti many aba na zongo communities they were edema mono nti ye manifesto no very comprehensive. It touches across the board. You're making sure say every part of the economy is included. More inclusive in terms of development, in terms of education, healthcare. You see, the policy on mind every aspect of the economy, very active and very vibrant. That board man punto that board team move for that team move for nya odon wo pe e dey astronomer man dey aso man no. The year can no. It's going into December 7th no. The year can nyina say every time bia obekọ dwa so no. Obekọ a e na wabo akosoro no. Fatu tirim say amamu bone ana ama na wabo ayeden. Baumia any ne yura yamampani Nana Danko Akufo-Addo a level of insensitiveness ama oman no ayeden entira akodwam a wontimi nto monhwe saa no ma so na moma Ghana for moma saa de no entoma foma so wontimi fa nkoto abakam December 7th because Samuel hwe ahokyere we amfa nto aba na mo sa akoto aba de ma NPP ne nkofo ebi mu a oman no ye beton oman no e de ama sebe China for Yɛntumi ntena ɔman no mu bio.
Yo.
Nti yɛse Ghana Ghana for there. Ghana should work for Ghanaians. Ghana should work for the people of the country. So the ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛnya ɔpepa ɛna ɔdɔ de atena yɛn man no mu. Ɛno nti ɛna yɛde yɛ campaign ɛde aba yɛse the people's campaign, the people's message. Resetting Ghana. Yɛse yɛbɛyɛ Ghana yie. Yɛde Ghana bɛgyina mpɛmpɛn so a yɛbɛyɛ obiara gyina baabi ebi hu sɛ Ghana gyina ɔhan a anaasɛ Ghana gyina simpia a ɛhyɛn so na Ghana afa ne ntoma pɛ de afira. Me nua ba meda ase.
Yo, meso medase kunedu yadum Bennett. Yanko Dr. Abongo Mashood nso hɔ na ɔno nso ɛma yɛn ne final submission.
Yo, Jifa, medase. Jifa, Mr. Minyam Ghana for. Omo use smartphones no. Tembia no. O phone e ba. Jifa, who say phone e ba, you am say update your phone or upgrade. Jifa say okay. Yeah, you can resetting. Oh, yeah, resetting now. Either you are resetting it to the factory reset. A bit delay two pictures no be free show. Just start to be at fresh. Sana NDC moto netie. Almost say resetting Ghana. And more phones and some make kaya titi no. O phone no ya resetter. No what delay two phones ni money na. If your phone up so more near vi. And I saw girlfriend vi no you see and no offer CV. We are reset. No, they call factory reset. No, our formatting phones nina. No, deleting many in every show. But say your wow phone now. Then the man wants who here you have to upgrade, right? And then we can say NDC they are not ready. They are thinking, their preparedness. They are not just ready. Ghana for Mr. Rama. NDC no omunye ready. They are not ready. And Ghana is not try and error country. No, you are troho. We have bypassed since 1992 to 2002, 2004, right? 1992 to 2002. Check how many years? Over 32 years of democracy. And Ghana is no more try and error. We have people who are enlightened, people who understand democracy, people who understand politics, right? To see what Ghanaians need is their economic development, their economic upgrading. They don't need deceptive. They don't need policies that cannot be solved, policies that cannot upgrade their living standard. Umpe policies, things are political party bit me aye, abuom. And the Biamika, Dr. Bamud Bomia, onye president of Ghana. And one indication our manifesto, e-levia, or no manifesto, or cancer obechum, right? And this is an indication, say, even though the current government or a vice president, but policies our government implemented that he was against it. He was against those policies. Still, ever corner so because cabinet majorities carries the vote. And one betting tax, Dr. Mahmoud Bomesaka so oba obetwem. This is an indication, say, sad taxes now you're introducing into cabinet time. No, now the position you oppose, but cabinet was for it, so we have to pass it, right? And in all can say there are some policies. If you are not a president, you can't use your authority or your power as a president to implement it or to go against those policies. On me here, unless if God willing, he becomes the president, who will not have the authority, he will not have the power to implement any policy in his wisdom that he thinks those policies will be able to help solve the issues. And Nipa Bebre can say, now you see, but me a vice president, but he's taking credit for some of the policies. Yes, he's taking credit because there are some policies. If he propose it and the president see that these policies are good, he will say, okay, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, this policy that you propose, like the digitalization, like the delivery of drones, drones delivery of medical and health services. So if you need medicine, you use the drone, the zipline drone, you can fly it, maybe If it will be car, it will take 2 days because some of the roads are not good. They may be river, you have to cross a pontoon. But if it's a drone, within some few minutes, the drone will deliver those medical equipment or medical medicine, tablets, or anything that doctors may need to save lives. This was Bawumia's idea, and the digitalization of Bawumia, that we call the digital man. This was all his proposals, that the government accepted his proposal, and the president gave him the power to oversee the implementation of these policies. That is the bank interoperability. So now you can use your mobile money to transfer money to your bank accounts. You can use your bank account to transfer mobile money. You can use MTN mobile money or the Telediva is Russia, sorry, MTN mobile money to transfer money to Vodafone, which is now called Telecel. So, Difa, Nyemimi can say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, onye president. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, onye president. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is vice president. The current president is President Nana Akufo-Addo. Bawumia is not seeking to become the president so that he can implement and enforce the policies that Ghanaians have accepted, the policies that is changing life. And Bawumia deals with data. If you are a government and you don't have data, then you can never and never function effectively. And Bawumia is a data man. Everything that he does, he deals with data. That is why see national ID card is very, very important. Abochire, utukwenkwa abochire obibia. Ubeduru krom hona, yesiko register. Where you are staying, where you are living, you have to go to their system. Any developed country, who register because they need the data. And we use data to govern a country. And with the data, you can make a lot of policy proposals, social proposal, economic proposal, medical proposal, health proposal to solve the economic and the educational problems of a country. And that is what Bawumia is saying. And to Mr. Minium Ghana for Miss Ramu, Miss Andy Way S. Ramu, say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, only your problems are your because why you Bank of Ghana, only your problems are your or your economists, only your problem or say a researcher. You can researcher or be a washing idea, I PhD. And a PhD in there, or see be a doctor. Be brand is so a classroom, there be so see a PhD. And you will find a problem. That's our problem. No, what the 3 years are kind, I research, are kind, I want a month for my age more, our problem. No, what kind, no, the way ye a month for solutions on what the other problems. No, what kind in the year. Now, for the one can say, what do ideas are back? Coin of first, and I coin of first a solve problem. No, that is a researcher, and no, me, and he have that critical knowledge. Or, sir, in Yansan, no, so about Nasi. I do problems. No, I share other countries. My year, implement it. No one can think of the idea, but in the African way or the Ghanaian way, solve our problem. No. We need this kind of man. Osha, NDC, John Mahama, even though I am a master's degree, but on any PhD thesis, and the only idea, research ideas, no, on your ideas, no. Professor J. Nana, may say on who's idea, no, but ye learning. Say obi call retirement or public sector.
Fa on some rebel.
Nipa no na adwene no abre enti aban say ko na ko tenas na ko relax wa abre 16 oko retirement 12 years ni no enti adwene no go na ego ba ebe na obetumi ada atinke eyini obi abeyini no matter what me a young and that's me and to give opportunity to the young people. Don't be greedy. Give opportunity to the young people to also enjoy. Why Professor J. Nana? Why a vice chancellor? Why a minister of education? What perform very badly? Say some of vice president candidates, the youth, what will they do? McCoy and the youth will also rule, govern, and enjoy the fruit of Ghana. Unkwa Abroa. Aden John Mahama, who's what the vice president, what the assembly, what the MP. give opportunities to young people like Ekujota Black and this animal, and to let Bawumia come and enjoy and help Ghana develop. And Sana, more young guys now mobile. And the NDC, you have lost. Yeah, here pensioners, some then Ghana. We need young people with young mind. And if we are talking of young people, is Dr. Mahmoud Wemia is younger than both the vice president and the presidential candidate of NDC. John Mahama is over 60 years. Is older than Bawumia. Professor J. Nana is over 70 years. Is older than Bawumia. If you're vice president candidate or you're young, that means you still have time to learn and become a president. These are generational leaders. These are generational thinkers. And Dijifa, me that saw this opportunity near then. Amaye na misa sremini Ghana for say misramu mamuma Ghana enya ade a ye hia de bia meka o for national health insurance go hospital na no ntue base kai NPP wo fa se oba unua ekọ free SHS no kwa kai no wo nursing training college and the teachers training college no je allowance kai NPP then to no akotu aba ama NPP and na Bawumia be president na lima be change.
Dr. Bongo Mashud, you better say. All too soon, no as soon. Inti na chese, we say the Jimediano, a berry, Uncle Machushano, emu aye de nancy, you see, a grow air deno na at the air, san grassofo. Inti some ready, yet the ABC has say. Na what you send there, ye besan ajitin kunya atinasi, assign achiche in Kumobio. Dr. Bongo Mashud. Ena kunedu ya Don Bennett omo ene ebetini kasaye ema amanyuko ahodo NDC and NPP amajumedi no kama yeda mujina so asti set adi ene mipudita ono ene kwaya etimi jumedi no ebre munyina yeda ono so asti mo send mu comments mo share link no more picking feed no from various places, Sikapa TV, France TV, Chekina Information Center, Rara, and then popular teaser like Wonka. I hope so next week will be to me join the year. I Momo to me picking feed share link in us, so the money so as a meeting Eddie Antonia Chifa Ifa. Now what you saying you be saying is schedule. Ya cramo.